Hello everyone. As part of our final project, Harshit and I worked on speech emotion based face generation using conditional GAN.
Starting with a brief introduction of the problem, we'll dive into the methodology used, followed by experiments performed, their results and conclusion, and finally ending with future work and considerations.
So, deep learning has widespread applications in the domain of speech analysis and images. Recognizing emotions from speech and generating new images are two common applications of deep learning. We wanted to learn them individually, but also wanted to explore the end to end pipeline of combining these two methods. One application of this could be to be able to see the emotions on a human face while talking to someone distantly or remotely. Since both speech and image is a type of a sequential data, we could easily use LSTMs and CNNs over here.
So this is the schematic diagram for generating faces conditioned on emotions. As you can see, the emotion is first identified from human speech, and this emotion is then fed as a condition to our conditioned GAN. So if the emotion is happy, then it is supposed to generate a happy image. The data we used for SCR is known as RevDes. It consists of speech and song files recorded by 24 actors. But we are interested in just the speech ones, so we dropped the song files. Each of the audio files is tagged with one of the 8 emotions, namely neutral, calm, happy, sad, angry, fearful, disgust, and surprised. Below is the distribution of files across emotion and gender. As a side note, we dropped the information about genders since we were interested in the emotion only, and not the gender because yeah, so not the gender of the speaker of that audio.
The dataset used for conditional image generation was taken from a Kaggle competition in representation learning. The data had labeled images of human faces, where the label was a numeric value representing one of the 7 emotions, and the image was fed as a 48 cross 48 pixeled value. Also, as we can see from the bar plot, most frequent emotion in the data was happy, followed by neutral, sad, and angry. Uh, disgust had least number of instances. Below, we can see some grayscale images present in the data.
For speech emotion recognition, we use Librosa library in Python. This is the default library we use for processing audio files. For features, we used MFCC, which is Man Frequency Substral Coefficient. It essentially captures the information in the speech output by a human. So we extracted MFCCs for each of the audio files, and thus each file was then represented by a 259 dimensional vector. The network architecture consists of 1D convolution layer since it's a temporal data. In total, there were 6 of them, and there was one dense layer in the end.
We used conditional GAN for generation of images based on the emotion. The backbone of conditional GAN is similar to GANs. It also consists of a generator and a discriminator. The generator picks random points from the latent space conditioned on the label, generates an image. This image is then fed to the discriminator along with real images, and the task for the discriminator is to distinguish between the real and the fake images. The feedback from the loss is passed to the generator to learn. The ultimate goal of the generator is to fool the discriminator in identifying the fake images from the real.
Coming on to the experimentations, we tried 3 experiments. One with 3 convolution layer without any dropout. The next one was 6 convolution layers, and in the last one we also included dropout along with 6 convolution layers. So the below plot shows the metrics corresponding to the best configuration. That is the second experiment in which there were 6 convolution layers without any dropout.
Similarly, we performed 3 experiments for the image generation as well. We started with a model having 2 convolution layer in discriminator and 2 transposed convolution layer in generator. The accuracy was somewhere around zero point 0.3 and the images generated were not good either. So we upscaled our model by adding 2 more convolution layers in the discriminator. The accuracy reached around zero point 0.5 and the images generated were reliable as well. The plot in the right shows the loss values of discriminator in classifying real images in blue and fake images in red, we can see that the performance of discriminator kind of converges in identifying both the categories, which is a good indicator for our generator. We also tried introducing batch normalization in the generator, but that did not improve the results either.
So these are some of the cherry-picked images that the model could generate given the respective emotions as conditions. As you can see, even though the faces look deformed, the model could capture the essential facial expressions needed to convey a particular emotion. So here is the demo app that we created using Streamlit. So let's switch over to the web app and see it's working. So here we upload one of the audio files from the test data set. So now the SCR predicted the emotion, which is happy, and behind the scenes this emotion is given as a condition to the conditional GAN. Now let's see some 4 or 5 images generated by the conditional GAN. Okay, so as you can see, the even though faces look deformed, it has captured the essence of a smiling face or a happy emotion. So some of the images look pretty bad, but yes, so uh, let's move on to the presentation.
So, to conclude, we could observe the accuracy in terms of emotions. The generated images had captured the features distinguishing various emotions. For example, a raised eyebrow or a twisted nose in the case of disgust, a smiling face or a laughing face for a happy emotion. But the quality of images that were generated was not very precise. The model had difficulty learning the minute facial details of eyes, nose, lips, etc., making the images look distorted. Intuitively, we could see that the model learned the resemblance in facial expressions. For example, the images for surprise and angry were found to be similar. Uh, mo- Mode collapse was one interesting observation. We observed that after a certain number of epochs, the images generated was same, irrespective of being fetched from different latent space.
So coming on to the future work and considerations, the first thing we felt was the need for end-to-end learning. So the current implementation is kind of a plug and play architecture wherein we have just trained two models separately and we have just combined them. So instead of that, we could have trained the entire end-to-end thing in a single step. The next thing is the live audio recording. So currently we have used the pre-recorded files, or more specifically one of the files in the test data set. So instead of that, we could have recorded audio in real time. Third one is better tuning of the GAN model. So since GANs are notorious for training complexities, we feel the need for exploring it further when it comes to training. Apart from 1D convolution network, there are some other modeling algorithms like LSTM and HMM which can also be used for modeling this. So yeah. Apart from GANs, variational autoencoders is next class of generative algorithms which could be used, and the difference lies in the fact that variational autoencoders, they sample out points from a more structured and continuous latent space. um, the entire project is pushed onto this GitHub repository. For references, we have put links of papers which we could come across, and apart from that, we have put links for some of the tutorials as well. So that's it. Thanks.